Hello and welcome to Atheism versus Logic. I hope you're having a good day. And I want to talk to you about Atheist Kryptonite. You know, the thing that just really cripples atheism, and that is proteins and processes. Now, I'm going to provide a link to motor proteins. I want you to really look at these. What you have is a protein that's able to transport organelles in the cell on a microtubule. And these microtubules are amazing in themselves. And so I want you to just be honest with yourself and look at this. Look at this protein and look at this process and ask yourself, could that come about by natural processes? And another good question is, if you went to another planet and you saw a larger version of this, yes, these are made of molecules. This is a molecular machine. But imagine if it was just a little bit bigger. You could see it with the naked eye. Imagine it was the same height as you. It's still made of molecules. It's still a machine, and it's still going through a process of transporting one thing from one place to another. Now, if you were on another planet and you saw that, and it was about your size, wouldn't you immediately assume, hey, there's a mind. A mind put this machine and process together, right? And so I think there's just this weird ideology that because it's a molecular machine, it could come about by natural processes instead of a mind. And I'm asking you to really ask yourself, is that logical? That if you saw these molecular machines and molecular processes that happen inside of cells, if you saw these in a bigger set, if these were bigger machines and you could see these processes with your mind, that you would immediately assume that there was a mind behind it. And so I'm asking you to reach the logical conclusion that these molecular machines and molecular processes could not come about by natural processes. Now, I know what happens is you guys shield yourself from this by saying that there were precursors to this, right? Precursors that you have never observed. And this is the way that people talk themselves out of believing in God. And I respect that. You have the right to talk yourself out of believing in God. But I'm asking you to think twice about doing that, because the implications of that can be very damaging, especially if Jesus is the one who he says he is. I am a Christian. I have experienced Jesus. And so think about this. If Jesus is God and you pass away, like we all will, and you stand before God, you see him, and then you see the amazing new heaven and new earth that he's going to take us to, that there's no pain. It's really what we all desire. We desire a place where we can just hang out with people, make new friends, enjoy hobbies, enjoy food, enjoy architecture, and there's no pain and suffering, and there's no selfishness, there's no poverty. So imagine you see that, and then God says, I don't know you, you're not getting in. I mean, you're not going to be able to say, well, I made up these imaginary precursors to explain you away, right? That's not going to fly. So anyway, may you watch this video and watch others on motor proteins and be honest with yourself. You know, if this was life size, if this was a bigger version of this, still made of molecules, still a machine, still a process, you would immediately assume there was a mind behind it. So be honest with yourself and just be very careful about going down that road of imaginary precursors to explain God away. I think it's a dangerous road, right? Because, you know, we've all hurt people. And I don't want you, if Jesus is real, then God is keeping track, and you have to pay the price for hurting people. And I don't want you to pay the price for hurting people. I want you to let Jesus pay the price for the pain that you've caused others. I've let Jesus pay the price for the pain that I've caused others.